That is it possible that in your conversation with somebody you don't talk about somebody? I don't know if you get that. That means maybe while you're conversing with somebody, you don't talk about. I don't want to use the word gossip, but the word we see it as gossip, the normal English gossip. But I've come to realize that there's no how you converse and you don't make mention of somebody or you don't talk about somebody. But this has always been my own solution when I'm conversing with somebody, and if the person is talking about a person to me, and if I see that it's not a pleasant thing, or the person is trying to make a mockery while talking, or the person is just trying to say a thing just to portray the person bad, most times I don't dismiss in a bad way. Most times what comes to my mind is I've learned to pray for people. I've learned to pray for that person, whether I know the person or not. Because what comes to my mind is the moment my ear has heard about this thing, I must do something. I've always seen it like that. That whenever I hear somebody, especially children, when you portray them to me, that moment, the moment that conversation stops, I go into my secret to pray for that person, to stand in the gap. I'm not saying this to, prove a point, and I'm not saying this to make myself feel fly, but I'm trying to help you see and help you adopt this method, that whenever somebody talks about a child, whenever somebody is trying to defame a child, whenever somebody is trying to portray a child bad to you, take it upon yourself to pray for that child, because your hearing means God wants you to do something about it. Your hearing about that situation means God wants you to do something about it. Apart from talking, you see a child that misbehaves, you're knowing as a child of God, as a parent, as a believer, as a teacher, means God wants you to do something about it. And that's what makes you stand out. That's what makes you stand out, trying to stand in the gap rather than taking the information. Most times when we get information, we have to do something about that information. So your own doing about any information that comes to you, be it pleasant, be it unpleasant, is to talk to God about it. Rather than nursing it, rather than accepting the image of that person, talk to God about it.